right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk real quick about key things, which years ago we already talked about it on this channel. And boy, these people, yeah, they steal content. I can believe that. All right, the Delphi case. We're back at it, right? The things that were covered up, the things that were overlooked, key things that were in the case. Some people didn't know about, right, till after Richard Allen was arrested, which is just, it's, they could have let a lot of people know that. But let's play some things here. I'm going to play a little bit of old Miss Nancy Grace, the great Nancy Grace. I'm going to put her channel in here. Hold on a minute. Paste. Which we knew something was up, right? People were, what is going on? Who is it? Who attacked us last night? Who, yada, 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 yada. And I told them in chat, give them 2 dudes up and we might be able to cut a deal with you working on Trump's, we were speaking for Trump. And they're YouTubers, and we know exactly what's going on. So let's watch a little bit of Nancy Grace and key things that people miss.
(13th, 2017), and within milliseconds, a headphone jack was inserted.
All right, let me play that again. I like Nancy Grace.
False confession. They are focusing on the timing of the van as it relates to the last time the girl's phone was used. And they are also arguing about Libby German's cell phone being used after the state says she's dead. Listen.
Shocking moment in the courtroom when former FBI forensic examiner Stacey Eldridge says Libby German's phone received a call at 5:45 p.m. February 13th, 2017, and within milliseconds, a headphone jack was inserted into the phone. Eldridge says the headphone jack was removed nearly 5 hours later at 10:32 p.m. Eldridge says, "I cannot think of any explanation that doesn't involve human interaction."
All right, did you folks hear that? I hope you did. I hope you heard that. What does that tell me? Excuse me, I'm eating some rice and teriyaki chicken. What does that tell me? When this professional guy tells me that at a certain point, somebody plugged in a headphone jack, audio jack, that tells me somebody had the phone. Now, whether it was a search team and they found the phone and they lied and they had the phone the whole time, or, ladies and gentlemen, the killers already had the phone. And we've seen that in so many cases. The Gabby Petito case and the other cases. So someone had the device, possibly way before the girls even came up dead. No explanation for that, folks. That's a professional guy saying that somebody at 5 o'clock plugged in a headphone jack. Well, at 5 o'clock, they were already out there searching. Someone lied in this case, or the killers had the phone already. And that was a key thing that people just did not listen to. They didn't. Then we didn't know. They didn't release it. They hid that. They hid it. Now, what we have known, if they came out and said that, at 5 o'clock, somebody plugged a headphone set in. But wait a minute, the girls were dead at 3. Right between 1:30 and 3:30 or whatever, they were already dead and gone from what the coroner said. How could somebody plug in a headphone jack when they're dead? See, somebody did something wrong, and a lot of people died and probably are going to continue. When you lie, cover up, use magic, evil, your whole world's turning upside down, America. No one else to blame but the powers to be that allowed it. You have the right to do. Well, this is what you have the right to, is these people made a laughing stock out of this country and this justice system and the madness. Right? What does Mr. Trump want? He wants loyalty. If Mr. Trump says, you people down in Delphi, go, you're going. Because that's what Mr. Trump wants. Not by me. Not by me at all. Right? I'm not a killer, sorry. Trump, well, the people, the powers to be, well, you folks are good as dead. They'll probably even kill me for talking about, who knows, who cares? I'm already dead inside anyways. Got some idiots or something living inside of me. So what else do we got, right? Well, that right there is a lot. If, and we always said, we could be looking at the Batman and the Joker. The Joker already had the phone. The guy walking down the bridge was just a sucker. That's very possible. That's very possible. Then again, the guy walking down the bridge could have been the guy that was pushing them back. Pushing them to where they had to be. We don't know. We have no idea. But you got some explaining to do, big time. You got a professional guy saying the only way that headphone jack was plugged in by human resource. The girls were already dead hours before. If and only if the autopsy people were legit. Only if. Well, they needed enough time to manipulate and photo op and do all kinds of stuff to the photo. Like I said, you can buy this technology online. I imagine there's people already working on certain government people killing people, and it's called AI. We don't know if it's AI or, there's already stuff AI coming out with Trump and stuff. We don't know which one did the murders, which one did this, which one, and what does the Pentagon do? Kill them both, right? Get rid of both of them just to make sure. I don't know. What do you want me to do? I didn't control the case. I didn't have people attacking us. I didn't manipulate photos. Your YouTubers did. Your Google, YouTube, Delphi madness. Your justice system. Judge Gall the gall of these people. Right? This is why these people were voted in, because you're not supposed to be racist or biased to anything. No matter what, you made a mistake, Judge, you got to lie in it. But see, we put you in power and we can take you out of power. Either way, it's the people's country, no one else's. You were hired to do a job. Do your jobs. It don't matter if you don't like them people. It don't matter. You can't pull strings and cut cords just to get your way. The only way out of this is you got to eliminate America. It's gone. It's possessed. It's demonic. It broke the covenant of thy God Almighty. Nothing we can do. It's not okay to do the things that these churches were telling you. Oh, it's okay. No, it ain't. You corrupted the seed. You corrupted thy minds. You corrupted thy God's houses. Not me. I really don't know what to tell you, folks. So let's play that one more time so you idiots, and my apologies for calling you idiots, but there's a lot of people, either you folks failed to see the evidence that something fishy was going on, or you were being paid, whether it was through Google, whether it was through defense, state, or police. You broke the covenant of God. And if Mr. Trump says you folks are leaving the earth, you're leaving the earth. I don't control Mr. Trump and his super task force of vampires, monsters, goblins, goblins, and idiots, witches and demons. I don't control it. I didn't create it. I don't worship it. And I don't control it. And I suggest you folks prepare. I don't know what to tell them. Let's watch this one more time to see what this professional witness on the stand said.
False confession. They are focusing on the timing of the van as it relates to the last time the girl's phone was used. And they are also arguing about Libby German's cell phone being used after the state says she's dead. Listen.
Shocking moment in the courtroom when former FBI forensic examiner Stacey Eldridge says Libby German's phone received a call at 5:45 p.m. February 13th, 2017, and within milliseconds, a headphone jack was inserted into the phone. Eldridge says the headphone jack was removed nearly 5 hours later at 10:32 p.m. Eldridge says, "I cannot think of any explanation that doesn't involve human interaction."
There you go. EORC 99. 5 hours somebody was manipulating that phone. 5 hours. They could have did a whole movie in 5 hours. $5. No, I'm not yelling. I'm getting closer to the microphone. It gets louder. Talking that normal voice. A little bit. Hello, Miss Fox. So 5 hours. What could be done in 5 hours? Well, all kinds of stuff. You can listen and edit all the stuff, right? If the recording, if they were recording or she was recording, they could have edited it right through the phone. They could have listened to everything, plugged the headphone jacks in, and they could have listened to it. And then what could they have done? Well, then they could have manipulated it and edited it and put stuff in where they wanted to. Even Bridge Guy could have been just part of what was going on or whatever. Yeah, just like the Gabby Petito case. Just like the other case, the killer already had the phone. And they might have had the phone for all, we don't know really how long the girls were dead, because we don't even know if that was a real forensic murder autopsy done by a professional. By a professional. So we have no idea. Yeah, the whole thing. The whole thing. And who would be capable of doing that? Well, you would need production people that are good at editing or something. No, they should tear that phone apart, because this whole thing could have been sent to that phone, meaning a video sent to that phone or whatever. And then the guy edited it, or someone edited it. You got to explain why there was a headphone jack in for 5 hours when the girls were already gone, long gone. And I'm going to say this, I bet the girls were gone for a long time. Way before what they're saying. What, babe? All right. Breaking news, Debbie Fox says Epstein's complete list being released. I don't. They keep flip-flopping back and forth. It just depends on who you listen to. They're not going to release it. Trump said there was no reason to release it because people were still alive. He didn't want backlash. So he chose to release the Kennedy documentation, which that was coming up to be released and unsealed anyways. That's how stupid your people are. The time was up on it, and they were going to release it anyways. They're going to put their own spin on it, sadly. Exactly. Listen, I like Donald Trump. I got no beef with him. But the more I watch Mr. President Trump, it's all about him. He did this, he did that. We know you did, Mr. Trump. You don't have to remind these people every day. Either they turned you into a puppet, sir, or they're trying to turn you into the next Hitler. He might be under a spell himself. He might be having people trespass on him. I don't know. What was another key thing in the Delphi case? That it was just evil and these people were dabbling in magic. You couldn't talk about the 5 guys that had connections with the military, possibly connections with the guys that Koberger hung out with. I can tell you what, you production companies out there, you ain't going to get away with it. I know you're sending your beautiful women. I know you're biting me like a vampire. My head is pounding. They've been stealing from me way too long. They've been blocking my channel so they can get their stories out first. They've been watching my channel. And 2 years ago, they said I was crazy. Now all these mother are putting videos out. Oh, this is what happened. And yeah, it's already my content. You I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going to get upset. Do you understand this, Mr. Trump? They're spies. They're spies, sir. Right here in our own country, just like 1940. Had more of them cocksuckers over here than we had American citizens. Spies. Radicalists. I need not tell you what his name was. Exactly. They want to put their own little spin on it. I wrote the whole effing movie, and here they come in and they'll edit it and take out shit they don't want you folks to hear. The proof, everything. It ain't my madness. It came from these YouTubers. We have plenty of witnesses that I was perfectly normal, and all I did was laugh, joke, and play games and sing songs and stuff. It wasn't until I got into that crime community of not only Delphi but others that the madness created. And that's exactly where it's going back to, Mr. Trump. Congress, Senate, White House, Pentagon. That is exactly where this madness, sickness, and disease came from, was these channels. Their anger, it ain't mine. I am really good with people. I call everyone ma'am, sir. I don't step over the line. I'm very polite with women. But someone is doing something to me or some kind of a demonic thing to either wreck my, to either wreck my life, my channel, and steal my scenarios and theories and all that. It all started when I wouldn't back or buy their bullshit with Harmon and Greeno and the rest of these idiots. That all you idiots were all on camera with them. You can try and run, you mother. You son of a. You can try and run. But you all were on camera at one time. Yous were the cause of the madness. You caused it because you knew we were on your asses. You came into my channel and you attacked big dogs that are in music and stuff. You ain't walking away. You're not hiding behind them badges. You're not hiding behind your courts. You attacked the wrong people and you attacked me. And I don't care who your father is. I don't care how tough you are. You attacked the wrong people. The video wasn't even about Delphi. It was a music video. I have music people in my channel, and you idiots attacked them and me. And then you went to the channels that they were live on and streaming, and you attacked them. All because I didn't buy your stories. I want justification, Mr. Trump. We'll start at $100 million. Sir, you're a negotiator. You're not going to throw your vampires on me, sir. You can. I'm not going to be broke. They've already chained me, bind me, stabbed me, shot at me, burned me, sucked the life out of me. We're starting the bid at 100 mil. I don't care if you got to go after Google. I don't care, because we'll go after Google, sir. And we'll go after these individuals ourselves and suck them dry of everything they got in their families, just like they did us, Mr. Trump. Exactly the same thing will be done to them as they did to us, just as you're doing to this country, because they did it to you, sir. And now it's spread like wildfire. Now it's spread like wildfire. It don't matter. Trump will hit the button and a green laser will come from the sky and that whole town will be gone. There's people on YouTube now going, "Are you epic? Is Johnny lying?" No, he ain't lying. He never lied. He told the truth the whole time. Yes, a laser that'll wipe that whole state out. And they want to play games. They're like, there ain't no technology like that. Why don't you go ask these people if that technology is real? I don't care. I don't care anymore. You're vampire sucking leeches. I'm sick of paying for your kids. They're not mine. I don't have 900 kids. I was never married. I'm tired of suffering for some witch that thinks she can do whatever she wants, or two of them, which they're twins. Yeah, well, there's double trouble for you, and the Bible even speaks about it. These people lied deliberately. Why? Well, there was no way that money was going to leave that area. And they're sure the hell weren't going to let you folks find out that it's just a zoo in Delphi and Lafayette, Indiana, and everywhere pretty much in Indiana. And that is why things happened. Somebody pissed somebody off and somebody had to die. It just so happens them girls were the victims. Really sorry, but I didn't create your mess. They should have never attacked me for it. The killers were right within them, not me. We refused to stand down. We refused to do anything. We're fully loaded. And if he gives the okay, there's nothing I could do. He's saying we can't get there. Tell me what country they're in. We'll get there, Mr. Trump, if we got to rip a crater with a laser through the earth to get our tanks and troops through there. We're not worried about Canada. There ain't nothing keeping us from storming Canada. Right? Is that where they're at? You let me know. We'll cut a deal. You give me them two dudes. And we'll go away after you produce them and give them to us. Turn them over to us. For all you folks know, this whole thing was planned way before. And these YouTubers were pissed off. And they created the Delphi just to try and set certain people up. I'm a sinner, you son of a no good jockey. But I seen the light. And for 30 some years, I walked in peace and I turned the other cheek. And I should have never done that. And I should have kept doing what I was doing. We're sick and tired of this. Oh, well, change your life. We did. Quit doing this and that. We did. Believe in God. We always did from a child. I was in church. I was baptized. You people screwed up. We want restitution. We want a big fat check. And we want all these people picked up that had photos that obstructed justice. Until then, they will be hunted down. Even if I'm not here. Restitution and justice. I can give two craps about any laws that are not created by thy God right now. And so many more are jumping on board. We don't give a crap. Who are you? Who are you other than some egotistical madman that stands behind numbers because you're so weak? You pick on the little man, you big giants. Right, Mike? Remember Mike? He belonged to Rolling Thunder. They were going to handle this. I don't see no body counts, Mike. Let me see your stats. You were supposed to get rid of these bikers. Rolling Thunder was coming. You're going to get rid of these outlaws. Remember that, Mr. Pence? Mr. Trump, when he was in there? Show me your stats. I want to see the death count of these idiots. You ain't got none because it was all a bunch of bullshit once you found out one of your little bicycle boys in the military, but just on the side is raping and pillaging your country and doing all kinds of witchery and sorcery, praising gods that killed and slaughtered everybody. The Vidicans, the Odins, you're you know what you folks are? You're a chump. That's what you folks are. Chumps. Sheep. Blocking my channel all the time, striking me for every little thing I do. Took 5 hours to go live today. It's just one thing after another with these people. They've been hitting us with ricin down there. Yeah, in your little Delphi, southern states down there, got these people cooking up ricin in their basements. It's all over the news. 50 tons of anthrax transported through this state. Now everybody's, it's the plague. No, it ain't, you effing idiots. It's anthrax poisoning. You're a chump. And you're lucky that this military ain't its own military. It should have never been its own military. Right? That's what they're saying. No, they can't be their own thing. They should have been their own entity. Half of these politicians would have been gone by now. You covered up shit. Why? Well, I wonder if that hospital down there was an Odin hospital or a Freemason hospital or a... Why did they cover up all that shit? Were these people on a list already? And they were the ones that got bad operations, right? We can't kill them, right? We can't show that we killed them. So what do? I don't know. Give him some poison. So they say he needs an operation. His gallbladder, kidneys go bad. And they need an operation. And then we could just kill them or infect them. And nothing's going to happen to the doctor because the doctor will just get a smack on the hand and he can't practice magic or do any surgeries for 3 months or whatever. We can't have no trial of anything. So just let the doctors and the nurses inject these people. You know how many nurses they caught down in Indianapolis that were injecting people with poison and AIDS and all kinds of shit in the hospital? Hello, Miss Rebecca Ann. Killers walk among us, the Patties. No. Killers walk all over in these YouTube channels. Excuse me. Let me tell you something. Trump is pissed. These people lied. They spent so much money watching me, and the professionals were like, this dude's nothing. He's not connected to nothing. He's poor. He lost his house, everything. They did this to him. They did that. They spent millions in surveillance, hacking phones, watching me, and they're like, there's just no evidence of this. We were led on a snipe chase. Exactly, boys. Yeah, Trump's pissed. You spend $1 million watching me when I'm telling you, don't, if you watch me, you've already lost the war. If your eyes are on me, it's already over with. There's no way I would ever attack my beloved country or my Pentagon, being that I'm a military family person. There's no way. Even though the vets were used or whatever. Nope. I wasn't raised to do that. How do you fight these people? You vote. You vote. Once they're out of office, then you hit them with crime charges. But being that it's rigged and so corrupt, your vote does not matter. It does not matter. Yeah. I'm sorry. This is not the promised land. At one time, it was. It was a powerhouse. Scientists, medical, food, everything was a powerhouse. Someone came along, fired all them branches, and now you got death, disease, and zoos and animals running wild in your country. Trafficking. I'm tired of paying for these kids. They ain't even mine. What do you want me to do? You got 900 kids on Google, Johnny. No, I don't. For one, I was never married. Shows I was married stuff. Yeah. No, I was never married. No, I don't have. These channels were being paid to let these witches and demons and these Odins, and yeah, they're Odins. The people you've been watching in the Delphi case with the crime sector and everything are Odins. They're Freemasons. They're part of the justice system. That's why they're getting away with murder. Probably the biggest Charlie Manson family ever seen. I've been saying it for 5 years. Everyone was shocked. What do you mean? Charlie Manson's family was from down there. His real name was Broddick or Brox or whatever, Broddix or whatever. He took his mother's name, which was Manson, when she got married or whatever. His followers are still alive today in Indiana, although he's dead. Still from the grave, this son of a bitch is playing mind games. So now they're talking Richard Allen's going to walk free. Hey, you know what? At this point, nobody really cares because we know there was a whole bunch of people involved, right? You got to explain to me why Richard Allen is an innocent man and he didn't do the murders. But they got 60 confessions of him on a phone. Now, you explain that to me, folks, because if I didn't commit a murder, I sure the heck ain't going to confess to it. Even if they came at me and said, you're guilty, and if you tell us, we'll cut a deal. F you. I didn't commit the murders. I ain't doing no time, and you can suck my gonads. And if you want, I'll throw a little bit of cheese on it. But I ain't going down for shit I didn't do. And that's another thing. Oh, you took a hit for the team. I'll kill your whole team. I didn't take a hit for none of you pricks. You only use my name when your asses are knee deep in shit. Then you use my fucking name and I ain't paying for your bullshit, Frankie. Or any of you fucking Illuminatis. You cocksucker. And that goes for the other ones, too. Up there in Canada, I think they're big dogs. F you and your Delphi and your YouTube channels. This country comes first, and then our families. Well, it should be our families. And then our country. God. Family. Then country. You idiots got it all messed up. Now we want a list of all these cops. We want a list of all these judges. We want a list of all these people, even old Nikki. We want a list of all these people, and we also want to check into these YouTubers to see if their families are affiliated with police and the Masons and the Odins and the Vigdirias or whatever they call them. I don't know, some Biquarian, well, whatever the hell their names are, whatever it is. We want a list of them, and we want the investigation to go on to see if these people had any connections with these organizations. If they did, if we find one, then the proof is right. And these people weren't interested in Abby and Libby. They were there to cover up their brothers that are a bunch of pedo sickos. Hell, these people are even killing their own families. Like I said, you hand over them Delphiers that were on camera with them dudes, all of them. You hand them over and we might cut a deal. But not until you hand them people over to us for what they've done. That is the deal sent from Mr. Trump. Either you hand these people over to the authorities, or you might as well kiss your asses goodbye. And that goes for the Summer Wells case, too, if you're listening, Mr. Shell. . Other than that, no deal. Things continue the way they are, I guess. The witchery, the sorcery, the madness, all the bullshit will continue until we do something about it. Now, if you folks want to know what's going on, a war is going on within the Indiana Police Department. Are police dying? Yes. Why? Well, because it's good against evil. That's why. And you can't hide behind no badge. You can't hide behind no desk. And you can't hide behind it. Is FBI? Some of them dudes gone? Yes. Why? Because it's good and evil. The American people are done suffering. Are people popping up dead? Yep, they are. Why? Because of this war. The silent war. The silent war. Had nothing to do with me. Had nothing to do with my family. Just because I have the name Johnny, you shouldn't attack me because I was investigating or watching these channels or whatever, our own investigations. We have the right. Many people were attacked. We had no reason why. Why? What is going on? We haven't done nothing. We've been sitting in our apartments. We're not affiliated with nobody. We're retards. Well, because you had the same name as these idiots. They're brothers. And they couldn't let their brothers go down for it. So they had to get retards that weren't smart in law and health and all that. They will get the blame for Delphi. Not our Odin brothers or Vitikinikins or whatever they call themselves, or even the police. No. Can't happen. Well, it just did. And the more you folks continue to pick on retards that you call us, not me, don't use that word. They call me it. I asked the black race not to use the N word around me. They still do. It's a word they gave you. No, my brother, I didn't give you that word. The ones that came before us gave you that word. And you're tearing your own people down by using it. And I would appreciate if you don't use the N word and call yourselves the N word. Just because some idiot 400 years ago gave it to you. And you can't let that go. The black community can't let that go. And little did they knew that before the black man was a slave, the white man was a slave for the white man. You can't even figure that out. And I'm an idiot. They just think we just popped up, white men popped up on the earth and we just had some kind of a privilege or something. And no, you don't have to do anything for the king. Nothing. The king just, don't worry about it. It didn't happen that way. I'm sorry. We were slaves to every power to be. White, black, yellow, green. And they just can't figure it out. And now you cut deals with people you shouldn't have cut deals with. And now we're going after the people that our ancestors were slaves to. And yes, they're white and they're powerful and rich, and we're going after them. Why? Because all man is created equal. If one race is going to get paid for being slaves, then you're going to pay every single race for being slaves, and their families were slaves. Like I said, open up your checkbook, because my wallet is empty. We, the people of the United States, not we, the people of Ernie Shell's channel, we, the people of the United States of America, who paid taxes, who went to work to make a living, we have rested our case. You disgust us. Every part of your being. Change your lives and get rid of your madness, because it ain't mine. I don't want it. Take your Manson family, your David Kirshner, your doomsday, and your church crap out of here. And you pay taxes just like the citizens pay taxes. You ain't even sanctioned churches. You're not going to get away with raping our kids and taking our money. Now, you folks have a great day. Now they're connecting this madness to the Catholics. And soon the Catholics' madness will be over with. You folks have a great day. God bless. There's only one God. He's in heaven. There's only one Jesus. He's in heaven. And the stuff I'm seeing on earth, there ain't no way it's coming from God above. It's pure evil. Now, you folks have a great day. All glory goes to God. I didn't create your madness. I'm not taking the blame for your madness. Yeah, I got a disability. My disability is I'm an idiot. It didn't give you the right to do what you did. And I'm pretty much disgusted at everything. And I think I might take that deal with the other country. And you no longer will have a United States of America. All them states that were joining and talking behind the sheets and under the sheets and everything of what we're pulling out. And that's the Constitution, right? Them states will sell to others, countries. We're done with your madness. You ladies and gentlemen have a great day. God bless you. Debbie, I think you're at the wrong place right now, because I can't support anything right now with Ernie. And I'm really sorry. But the madness has gone on too long. And I can't deal with it no more. I need a vacation myself out of this country. God bless you folks. Have a great day. The war is real. The struggle is real. Keep going. Right? Keep going. And yes, it was the Germans in 1940. It was Mussolini and many more that joined forces with Hitler. Unfortunately, your race is over. I'm sorry. I did not support Hitler, and my family didn't back then. And we refuse to now. Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen.